Natalie Wood's tragic death in 1981 continues to stir deep emotions and unanswered questions. On that fateful night, she was aboard a yacht with her husband, Robert Wagner, and actor Christopher Walken. The events leading to her drowning remain shrouded in confusion. Witnesses reported hearing arguments and sounds of distress before she vanished from the boat. Despite multiple investigations, the circumstances surrounding her death have never been fully clarified, leaving many to speculate about what really happened. Recently, Robert Wagner has opened up about that night, admitting feelings of guilt and regret. His revelations have reignited discussions about the incident, prompting renewed interest in the case. Some believe that Wagner's admission could shed light on the unresolved mysteries of Wood's death. The combination of celebrity, tragedy, and secrecy continues to captivate the public, as many seek answers to the haunting questions that linger decades later. The complexity of emotions surrounding this case makes it even more compelling, with many wondering if the truth will ever truly be known. Born in 1938 to Russian immigrants in San Francisco, Natalie Wood, originally named Natalia Nikolaevna Zakharov, showed an extraordinary talent for acting from a very young age. Her family's immigrant background played a significant role in shaping her early life, as they faced the challenges of adapting to a new culture while nurturing her gifts. Wood began her acting career as a child, and her early experiences in the entertainment industry helped hone her skills. At just 8 years old, she landed a role in the classic film Miracle on 34th Street in 1947, which became a significant milestone in her career. This role not only showcased her remarkable abilities, but also captured the hearts of audiences, establishing her as a promising young actress. Her performance in this beloved holiday film set the stage for a successful career in Hollywood, leading to numerous iconic roles throughout her life. As she transitioned from a child star to a leading actress, Natalie Wood became a prominent figure in American cinema, admired for her talent and beauty. The impact of her early life experiences would resonate throughout her career, influencing her choices and the characters she portrayed. Transitioning from a child star to a teen icon, Robert Wagner made a significant mark in Hollywood. He captured the hearts of audiences with his charm and talent. His role in the classic film Rebel Without a Cause established him as a symbol of teen angst and rebellion, resonating with a generation seeking to express their struggles and emotions. This film not only showcased his acting skills, but also solidified his place in the cultural landscape of the 1950s. As Wagner grew older, he faced the typical challenges that many actors encounter, including typecasting and the pressure to maintain his youthful image. However, he persevered and evolved as an adult actress, achieving critical acclaim for his performance in Splendor in the Grass. This film highlighted his ability to delve into complex emotional roles, showcasing a depth that surprised many. Wagner's journey reflects the struggles and triumphs of an actor navigating the transition from youth to adulthood in the entertainment industry. His legacy continues to influence aspiring actors today, demonstrating that talent and resilience can lead to lasting success in Hollywood. Wood's role as Maria in West Side Story in 1961 is a landmark moment in her career, showcasing her remarkable talent and versatility as a performer. Her portrayal of Maria, a young woman caught in a tragic love story, resonated deeply with audiences and critics alike. This performance earned her a Golden Globe nomination, highlighting the emotional depth and authenticity she brought to the character. Throughout her career, Wood continued to demonstrate her ability to inhabit a wide range of characters, from innocent and romantic to complex and troubled. This versatility allowed her to navigate various genres, including musicals, dramas, and comedies, earning her critical acclaim and recognition from prestigious institutions. Her performances were often marked by a genuine connection to the characters she played, making her a beloved figure in Hollywood. Wood's ability to portray diverse characters with such authenticity not only solidified her status as an iconic actress, but also left a lasting impact on the film industry. Despite his professional success, Robert Wagner's life was marked by personal struggles that many might not associate with his glamorous Hollywood image. Behind the scenes, he faced challenges that were often hidden from the public eye. The pressures of fame and the demands of the entertainment industry took a toll on him. Like many actors, Wagner encountered difficulties in securing roles, especially as he navigated through the shifting landscape of Hollywood. This struggle for consistent work reflected a darker side of the industry, where talent could sometimes be overlooked. Wagner also dealt with the emotional weight that comes with such a high-profile career. He battled feelings of inadequacy and the fear of being forgotten in an industry that often favors youth and novelty. The pressures of maintaining a public persona while grappling with personal issues can lead to feelings of isolation. These struggles were compounded by the challenges of relationships and the scrutiny of the media, which often magnified his difficulties. His journey through fame was not just about the accolades, but also about overcoming the shadows that accompanied his success. Wood's personal life was marked by complex relationships that drew significant media attention. One of the most notable was her teenage affair with Frank Sinatra, which was reportedly encouraged by her mother, who had her own ambitions for her daughter's career. This relationship, while glamorous on the surface, was just one facet of a tumultuous period in Wood's life. At the tender age of 16, she faced a horrific experience when she was brutally assaulted by a powerful figure in Hollywood. This traumatic incident left deep emotional scars, contributing to her ongoing struggles with mental health throughout her life. The pressures of fame, combined with personal trauma, created a challenging environment for Wood. She often found herself navigating the complexities of love and ambition while dealing with the repercussions of her past. The combination of these elements shaped her journey, influencing both her career and personal relationships in profound ways. As she sought to find stability, the shadows of her experiences loomed large, impacting her mental well-being and her interactions with others in the industry. Wood's marriage to Robert Wagner was a high-profile union that captivated the public's attention. They married in 1957, and their relationship was filled with glamour, reflecting the allure of Hollywood. However, behind the scenes, their marriage faced significant challenges. The pressures of fame and the demands of their careers took a toll on their relationship. As time went on, Wood found herself increasingly dependent on sleeping pills, which highlighted the struggles she was facing in her personal life. Despite their initial passion and connection, the difficulties became overwhelming, leading to their divorce in 1962. This separation marked a turning point for Wood, as she navigated the complexities of life as a single woman in the entertainment industry. The impact of her marriage to Wagner, both positive and negative, shaped her experiences and choices in the years that followed. Their story remains a poignant chapter in the narrative of Hollywood romances. Despite their previous divorce, Wood and Wagner remarried in 1972, hoping for a fresh start in their complex relationship. Their story was marked by love, challenges, and a desire to rekindle what they once had. The two had first married in 1957, but their relationship faced many ups and downs. Their divorce in 1962 did not sever their bond completely, as both actors continued to hold a special place in each other's hearts. During their time apart, Wood explored a different kind of love when she married British producer Richard Gregson in 1969. This marriage allowed her to step away from the Hollywood spotlight and embrace a sense of international adventure. With Gregson, she experienced life beyond the glitz and glamour, gaining new perspectives and insights. However, this chapter of her life was also complex, leading to her eventual divorce from Gregson. Reuniting with Wagner seemed to offer a chance for renewal. Their remarriage was filled with hopes of understanding and growth, as they both had matured through their experiences. They sought to navigate the intricacies of their relationship with a new outlook, focusing on the love that had always lingered between them. This second chance was not just about rekindling old flames, but also about building a future together with the lessons they had learned from their past. Their journey together continued to evolve, reflecting both the joy and challenges of their intertwined lives. Wood embraced motherhood, welcoming her first child, Natasha, with Wagner in 1970, and later another daughter, Courtney, in 1974, adding depth and fulfillment to her life. The joy of raising her daughters brought a new dimension to her existence, balancing her successful acting career with the responsibilities and joys of being a mother. This period was marked by love and dedication, as Wood navigated the challenges of parenthood while maintaining her presence in Hollywood. However, this happiness was overshadowed by tragedy on November 28, 1981. On that fateful night, Wood, Wagner, actor Christopher Walken, and yacht captain Dennis Davern were on a yacht off Catalina Island. The evening took a dark turn, setting the stage for the mystery surrounding Wood's untimely death. The circumstances of that night have fueled speculation and intrigue for decades, leaving many questions unanswered about the events that unfolded and the relationships involved. The combination of her personal life and the tragic events of that night continues to resonate, reflecting the complexities of love, loss, and the enduring impact of her legacy. The story of a deep-seated fear of water intertwines with a tragic disappearance. This fear traced back to a childhood prophecy by a gypsy psychic, which cast a shadow over her life. This fear became particularly haunting when she drowned, making the circumstances of her death seem both ironic and sinister. In the early hours of November 29, 1981, she vanished from the yacht she was on, leaving behind questions and confusion. The following morning, her body was discovered in the waters near Catalina Island, leading to a perplexing investigation that drew in the media and the public. The events surrounding her disappearance were shrouded in mystery, raising numerous theories and speculations. Investigators faced challenges as they tried to piece together the moments leading up to her death. The combination of her fear and the tragic outcome created a narrative that would haunt those who knew her and those who followed her story. The investigation revealed layers of complexity that added to the intrigue surrounding her life and untimely end. The impact of her fear and the circumstances of her disappearance continue to resonate, leaving many unanswered questions about what truly happened that fateful night. The initial investigation into Natalie Wood's death was conducted swiftly, but it did little to dispel the cloud of mystery surrounding her disappearance. On the night of her tragic drowning, she was aboard a yacht with her husband, actor Robert Wagner, and fellow actor Christopher Walken. The circumstances leading up to her death have been the subject of much speculation and conflicting accounts. Wagner described an argument that took place that night, suggesting that tensions were high among those on board. However, Walken provided a starkly different version of events, claiming that there was no significant quarrel. This discrepancy between their stories has fueled ongoing intrigue and debate surrounding the incident. The investigation faced challenges due to these conflicting narratives, leaving many questions unanswered about the events that transpired on that fateful night. The differing accounts from Wagner and Walken contributed to a sense of uncertainty, making it difficult for investigators to piece together a clear timeline of what happened before Wood's tragic end. The mystery surrounding her death continues to captivate public interest, as each new detail adds to the complex narrative of that night. On the night of Natalie Wood's tragic disappearance, Robert Wagner provided an account that raised many questions. He described an argument that took place on their yacht, which led Wood to retreat to her cabin. After some time, she was found missing, along with the yacht's dinghy. This situation became even more perplexing when considering Wood's well-known fear of water. Many found it hard to believe that she would venture out alone in a small dinghy at night, especially given her apprehensions about being in the water. This fear cast doubt on the likelihood of her leaving the yacht voluntarily. The circumstances surrounding her disappearance, combined with Wagner's narrative, fueled suspicions and speculation about the events of that night. Investigators and the public alike were left questioning whether there was more to the story than what was initially presented. The tragic incident continues to evoke intrigue and concern, leaving many unresolved doubts about the true nature of her death. The autopsy findings from Natalie Wood's tragic death uncovered multiple bruises on her arms and an abrasion on her cheek. Initially, these injuries were described as superficial, but they later raised significant questions about how they occurred. The presence of these bruises suggested a possible struggle or altercation before her disappearance. Captain Dennis Davern, who was on the boat with Wood, and her husband Robert Wagner, initially supported the narrative that her death was an accidental drowning. However, he later revised his account, admitting that he had omitted important details regarding the events leading up to her death. His revised statements hinted at jealousy from Wagner, and indicated that a heated argument may have taken place before Wood went missing. This shift in Davern's testimony added a layer of complexity to the investigation, leading many to question the circumstances surrounding her untimely demise and the potential involvement of those closest to her. The combination of the autopsy findings and the evolving accounts raised further scrutiny on the events of that fateful night. Davern's revised statements and allegations that Wagner crafted the narrative around Wood's disappearance led to increased scrutiny of Wagner's role. This shift in perspective raised questions about the events of that fateful night. Witness Marilyn Wayne, who was nearby, reported hearing a woman's desperate cries for help around 11 p.m. This testimony created a conflict with Wagner's actions, particularly regarding the delay in seeking assistance. The combination of Davern's claims and Wayne's observations painted a troubling picture, suggesting that Wagner may not have acted promptly or truthfully in the aftermath of Wood's disappearance. The public's interest grew as these revelations emerged, prompting further investigation into the circumstances surrounding the incident. The inconsistencies in the timeline and the behavior of those involved added layers of complexity to the narrative, compelling many to reconsider Wagner's involvement and the events that transpired on that tragic night. Meanwhile, the investigation into Natalie Wood's death was marked by varying accounts and a delayed response from those on board the yacht Splendor. Robert Wagner, Wood's husband, and Christopher Walken, her co-star in the film Brainstorm, were also on the yacht that night. The reluctance of those involved to seek help immediately contributed to the enduring mystery and speculation surrounding Wood's death. As the years passed, the case remained a topic of public fascination, with many questioning the official account of events. In 2011, the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department reopened the investigation into Wood's death, citing new evidence. Robert Wagner was named as a person of interest in the case, although he was not formally accused of any wrongdoing. Despite the renewed investigation, conclusive proof of what happened on the night of Wood's death remained elusive. The case was further complicated by the fact that many of the key witnesses had given conflicting accounts of events over the years. Wagner himself had given varying accounts of what happened, which added to the speculation surrounding the case. The investigation was also hindered by the fact that many of the original witnesses were no longer alive to give testimony. The captain of the yacht, Dennis Davern, had initially supported Wagner's account of events, but later changed his story, claiming that Wagner had been involved in a heated argument with Wood on the night of her death. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department conducted a thorough investigation, including re-interviewing witnesses and re-examining the evidence. However, despite growing suspicions about Wagner's involvement, the department was unable to find conclusive proof of his guilty. The case remains one of Hollywood's most enduring unsolved mysteries, with many questions still unanswered. The investigation into Natalie Wood's death continues to fascinate the public, and Robert Wagner's involvement remains a topic of speculation and debate. Wagner's evolving narrative regarding the tragic events surrounding Natalie Wood's death has become a focal point of scrutiny. Since the case was reopened, his reluctance to engage with investigators has raised significant questions about his potential involvement and the extent of his knowledge about that fateful night. The inconsistencies in his accounts have led many to wonder whether he is hiding something or simply unable to recall the events clearly. Furthermore, Wood's autopsy revealed fresh bruises on her body, which resembled those of an assault victim. This finding complicates the narrative that her death was purely accidental. The presence of these bruises suggests that there may have been a struggle or altercation prior to her drowning. As details continue to unfold, the combination of Wagner's inconsistent statements and the physical evidence from the autopsy creates an intricate web of mystery surrounding the circumstances of Wood's death. Each revelation seems to deepen the intrigue and raises further questions about what truly happened that night. Wagner's refusal to cooperate with the investigation since its reopening has added another layer of intrigue to the case surrounding Natalie Wood's tragic death. Authorities believe he holds crucial information that could shed light on the events of that fateful night. This ongoing silence has fueled speculation and raised questions about what really happened. One prominent theory suggests that Wood's death was a tragic accident. Some believe she may have slipped and fallen into the water while trying to board the dinghy. This theory posits that the combination of the dark, the boat's movement, and perhaps a moment of distraction could have led to her losing her footing. Witnesses have described the conditions that night as chaotic, adding to the uncertainty. The absence of clear answers and Wagner's reluctance to engage with investigators only deepens the mystery surrounding this high-profile case. As time passes, the hope for closure remains elusive, leaving many to wonder about the truth behind the events that transpired. There is a theory that suggests an argument occurred between Natalie Wood, Robert Wagner, and Christopher Walken. This argument might have escalated, possibly leading to Wood's accidental fall from the yacht, or even a more direct confrontation. The circumstances surrounding her death have led many to consider the possibility of foul play. When the case was reopened, interest in this theory grew stronger. Some people speculated that Wood may have been assaulted, especially given the bruises found on her body. These injuries raised questions about what really happened that night. The combination of the heated argument and the suspicious conditions surrounding her death has fueled ongoing discussions and investigations. Many still wonder if the truth about that tragic night will ever be fully uncovered, as the details remain murky and open to interpretation. The complexity of the relationships involved adds another layer of intrigue to the case, leaving many unanswered questions about the events leading to her untimely passing. The role of Natalie Wood in Rebel Without a Cause marked a significant turning point in her career. She faced numerous challenges in securing this role, particularly in overcoming her innocent public image. At the time, Wood was known for her roles in family-friendly films, and transitioning to a more complex character in a story about teenage rebellion required a shift in perception both for herself and the audience. The film's narrative, which dealt with themes of teenage angst and identity, resonated with the youth of the era, but it also put pressure on the actors involved. During the filming of Rebel Without a Cause, off-screen tensions were palpable. The relationships among the cast members were complicated, with emotional dynamics that mirrored the film's intense themes. James Dean, who played the lead role, had a reputation for being a troubled genius, and his interactions with Wood were often charged with both chemistry and conflict. The backdrop of Hollywood during this time was also significant, as it was a period of social change, and the film's exploration of youth culture reflected broader societal issues. The pressures of fame, the expectations of the studio system, and the personal struggles of the actors contributed to a tense atmosphere on set. These elements combined to create a film that was not only a classic, but also a reflection of the complexities of youth, and the challenges of growing up in a changing world. Wood's portrayal of Judy in Rebel Without a Cause resonated deeply with audiences, capturing the essence of the teenage experience during a time of significant societal change. The film highlighted the struggles of youth, particularly in the context of shifting gender roles and evolving attitudes toward sexuality. Judy represented a new kind of female character, one who was both vulnerable and strong, reflecting the complexities of family dynamics that many viewers could relate to. Her character's journey through love, rebellion, and the quest for identity struck a chord, making her a symbol of teenage angst in the 1950s. In the years following Wood's tragic death, the investigation into her passing was reopened, reigniting public interest in her life and legacy. This renewed focus led to a reevaluation of the darker undercurrents of Hollywood, where the pressures of fame and the harsh realities of the industry often overshadowed the glitz and glamour. The circumstances surrounding her death prompted discussions about the treatment of women in Hollywood, the impact of celebrity culture, and the hidden struggles that many actors faced. As a result, Wood's legacy became not only about her iconic roles, but also about the conversations her story sparked regarding the need for change within the industry. Following the tragic death of Natalie Wood, Robert Wagner, who was once seen as a grieving widower, became a person of interest in the reopened investigation into her drowning. His accounts of the events that night contained discrepancies, which raised suspicions among investigators. Wagner's reluctance to fully cooperate with the authorities only deepened the mystery surrounding Wood's final hours. The investigation faced significant obstacles, including eroded evidence from the scene and fading memories of those who were present. As time passed, the details of that fateful night became harder to piece together. Witnesses who might have provided crucial information struggled to recall specifics, and physical evidence that could have shed light on the situation had deteriorated. These challenges made it nearly insurmountable for investigators to draw clear conclusions about what truly happened to Natalie Wood, leaving many questions unanswered and the case shrouded in uncertainty. Wood's death became a cautionary tale about the hidden dangers of celebrity life, sparking conversations about accountability and transparency in Hollywood. The tragic circumstances surrounding her passing raised awareness about the pressures and vulnerabilities faced by those in the spotlight. Many began to question the culture of silence and the expectations placed on actors, prompting discussions about mental health and the need for support systems within the industry. Despite the tragedy, Wood's legacy as an actress continued to flourish. Her performances in iconic films like West Side Story and Rebel Without a Cause remain testaments to her immense talent and charisma. These films not only showcased her acting abilities, but also highlighted the complex emotions and struggles of youth, resonating with audiences across generations. Her work has inspired countless actors and filmmakers, ensuring that her contributions to cinema are remembered and celebrated. Wood's influence continues to be felt, reminding us of the artistry that can emerge from both triumph and tragedy. The mystery surrounding Natalie Wood's death continues to haunt her legacy, with unresolved questions serving as a reminder of Hollywood's hidden dangers. Wood, a beloved actress known for her roles in classic films, drowned under mysterious circumstances in 1981 while on a boat trip with her husband, actor Robert Wagner, and fellow actor Christopher Walken. Despite the initial ruling of accidental drowning, numerous theories have emerged over the years, raising doubts about the events leading up to her death. Witnesses reported hearing a woman's screams, and questions about the couple's tumultuous relationship added to the intrigue. Wagner's involvement has been scrutinized, with some suggesting he may know more than he has revealed. The case was reopened decades later, reigniting public interest and speculation. The tragic end of Wood's life not only casts a shadow over her remarkable career, but also highlights the darker side of fame, where personal struggles and the pressures of the entertainment industry can lead to devastating outcomes. This haunting narrative continues to resonate, reminding audiences of the fragility of life and the mysteries that remain unsolved in